So the Colts, is this right? I might need to check this. The Colts record was 8-9. The team that were like 7-1.
Well, over the last 3 years, so I've got the head coach stats. So he's been 8-9 twice and 9-8 once. He's a below 500 head coach who's very well regarded around the NFL.
Mm.
Actually, look at the stats. Okay, it's been with, Gardner Minshew,
Yeah,
and Daniel Jones getting hurt, and Joe Flacco in moments in his 40s, but
it's staggering though. Like 8-9 when I'm pretty sure they were 7-1 in the number one seed.
yeah,
And it wasn't just all Daniel Jones got injured. Like they started to lose games before he then got injured.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple of things. I mean, I remember them coming to Pittsburgh, and I remember you talking to me pre-game that, and I said, I've got full confidence the Steelers beat them. I think the Colts are fraudulent at this point. I mean, it's Jonathan Taylor, and he creates everything. So if he goes, then the Colts go, and that just opens up the whole offense. And if anything, the Steelers can, in moments at least when they're motivated, stop the run or at least limit the run. They've got history of doing it with Henry in division and whoever's running the ball out of Baltimore. So the Colts come into the Steelers and the Steelers kind of showed the NFL the blueprint on how to play this Colts team.
Mm.
A couple of weeks later, Jones goes down and it all falls apart.
But I still cannot believe the decision after Jones gets injured that they would then hand 2 first-round picks. Was it 2? I think it was 2 for Sauce Gardner. As if to we're going to double down that Daniel Jones is our guy no matter what. He could be Patrick Mahomes. He's torn his Achilles. You cannot guarantee that he's going to come back and be the same player or half the same player or actually stay healthy. That's a serious injury. And that's one of the things I've got written down about this team. The GM, I think, doesn't get held accountable for a lot of these decisions. Because when we look at this team now, they gave Alec Pierce quite a big deal. And as you know, I've been a fan of Alec Pierce, but when I saw that deal, I was like, okay, I don't like him that much. And so you had to trade away Michael Pittman Jr. because you couldn't keep him happy after making that deal. You've given away 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner at corner. To me, that's overvaluing the corner position, let alone Sauce Gardner, altogether. So you're left with a team where I'm sort of looking at it going, you don't have the same depth as you once did. And you weren't like a 13-win team to have that luxury. You're now very Alec Pierce-centric in the receiver department. Okay, you've got a great tight end prospect in Warren. Love him. But it doesn't look the same. You're going to have to ask, the likes of Josh Downs to step up now. And it's what you kind of said. I mean, I looked at them last week, and when you look at the trend of their wins and losses, to me, it comes down to one man. Does Jonathan Taylor go off or doesn't he? And that determines whether they win or they lose most weeks.
Yeah, the Colts. The Colts are they're a mid NFL team based on their roster, and hence the 8-9 or 9-8. So they overachieved at the start of last year because Jonathan Taylor was going crazy, and then Daniel Jones was playing well. I'm not just going to say it's Jonathan Taylor. He was playing well. But the receiving core, like you said, so Alec Pierce, Josh Downs, and Tyler Warren. Good. Not special, but yeah, they're okay. The defense, for the most part, it's okay. It's okay. Not that exciting, but it's okay. Sauce Gardner and your guy Ward, ex-49er, he can't stay healthy. But if he does stay healthy, at least on paper, 2 good corners.
That should be their strength, really. but I have question marks about both guys. Even when Ward's healthy, like, and this isn't like, oh, he's left the 49ers. At the time, he had some great moments, but he also had some low lows.
Yeah, and another ex-49er Buckner on the line. Like he's played half the season. He's missed multiple games back-to-back years. So is he going to make it through the season healthy? And so the rest of the D line, yeah, it's okay. The linebackers, not great. The secondary, it's okay. And the offense, yeah, it's okay. And then Jonathan Taylor's special. So the Colts are just, yeah, they're okay. Yeah, I agree with you totally about the GM. Don't want to get sidetracked on the Colts and their management structure, but like the passing of Jim Irsay, passing it on to his daughter. Apparently, she's involved on the sideline, and she's got the headset on, and I love that. I wish that more owners were involved, but yeah, the GM. I mean, they've never been able to find a quarterback, and he's still got a job. And a lot of GMs who are now unemployed are looking at the guy in Indianapolis like, damn, how's he got a job? Well, he must be really good in the booth or on the sideline with her because she's now on the sideline. Like, public relations. Because yeah, he used to have a good reputation, but look at the recent results and the Sauce Gardner trade. I mean,
just the optics of that after the Daniel Jones torn Achilles, to me, like, that's an irresponsible move in my opinion.
yeah, I mean, I don't know who they were bidding against, if anybody, and if they did call the Jets and the Jets told them of the asking price, it's okay to say no. It's okay to hang up the phone and say, because I don't know, because Sauce Gardner, that's a lot.
That rings a bell now. That at the time it was reported that the Colts kept making offers,
Right.
and the Jets kept saying no, and they kept upping it and upping it and upping it, and then obviously you get to 2 first-round picks. The Jets made the right move.
And then the Jets were like, damn, we better take this before they like wake up. But look, they haven't got the draft picks, but if Sauce Gardner is year one, possibly year two Sauce Gardner, then they've got a. I don't know if he's a superstar, but he's a very good starting corner.
Yeah.
He's big. He's got tremendously long reach. And if Ward can stay healthy, then at least on paper, they've got two very good corners. Their coaching staff is good. I know I just said that Steichen has got the reputation of being a really good play caller, and he is a good play caller. I mean, because to achieve those results, even the mid results that he has got with Minshew and Flacco and even
my question mark is more on the roster construction than the coach, because you're right. We haven't seen him with a truly, like, I don't know, like a very strong roster in my opinion yet.
no.
He's been all right. Like you said, there's some good parts on it. They've had some, even like last year when you look at Warren, Pittman Jr., Pierce, even Downs as like a fourth option. Mo Ali Cox is still a good second tight end, and then it's all around Jonathan Taylor. You're like, okay, that's better than a lot of teams. But yeah, a bit of bad luck with injuries, and yeah, poor quarterbacks overall have hampered.
Yeah, I just think they're okay, the Colts. I mean, they do have a tough schedule because they play the NFC North. And the AFC North is not, you hear AFC North, you go, ooh, damn, AFC North, but it's not the AFC North of the past. But they do play the NFC North, which is probably the upcoming. It's a conversation, but it's probably the best division in the NFL. NFC West, NFC North, because the weakest team in the NFC North, at least on paper, would be the Vikings.
Wow.
That's even a conversation on its own. Who's the worst team in the NFC North? But then the NFC West, I mean, you go straight to the Cardinals, and that that should at least give you a very good shot of a win if you're playing the NFC West. You could lose the other three, but
Yeah.
yeah, so their schedule's tough, but they're just okay. But Tyler Warren is a really, really good tight end, and he had a great rookie season where Steichen was scheming him open. They play a lot of power formations, so multiple tight ends with Jonathan Taylor, really hard to stop. And then Warren kind of sneaks out of the formation, and that was what he was spoken about as a draft prospect. He's going to catch a lot of balls, and he's really athletic. Yeah, he is. And he did catch a lot of balls, and I expect him to catch a lot of balls in year two. But it's with the Colts, I just need to see the first quarter of Daniel Jones, see how he's moving. Can he throw the football like he was at the start of last season? Because Daniel Jones has had injury problems throughout his career, and now he's coming off an Achilles. And I know these guys are older, but Aaron Rodgers, Kirk Cousins wasn't the guy when he came back off the Achilles. And Rodgers has he? I mean, that's another conversation. Was he even the guy before he tore his Achilles? But yeah, Rodgers hasn't come back to who he used to be, you know, since the Achilles. So Jones is younger than those guys, but yeah, with the Colts, I think it's like a bet in running. A bet in running. I mean, 8 and 9, 9 and 8. The
Yep.
over under, I bet is 8.5. I haven't seen it, but I bet it's 8.5, 7.5, 8.5. But I wouldn't take either side until I'd seen who is Daniel Jones, how is his health.
Yeah. I mean, even if he's healthy, I think that is where they're going to be around 8 and 9.
Yeah, that's okay, and that's okay. But at some point, I think the head coach should be okay because he's achieved results with lesser than talent at quarterback. And he could go and if he gets fired, if they do clean house after this season, which they probably should, if they say they finish 6 and 11, they should probably just go, right, we're done. We're done with everybody. That head coach would find a job tomorrow as an offensive coordinator in the NFL. And he would do a great job as an OC.
Yeah, 100%. It's just for me, like, they had no first round pick this year, and they've got no first round pick next year. So if Daniel Jones doesn't work out, I think the GM's put them in a bit of a hole.
What's the Jones? Because he did sign a contract, didn't he?
Did he sign a contract?
When
Was it a 1 year? That's a good question.
he was a free agent leaving the Vikings because he had that brief time in Minnesota.
Okay, so they signed him to a 2 year, $88 million contract. So it follows the lifespan of these first round picks that they've given up for Source. So when his contract ends, that drought of first round picks also ends. So it is a 2 year play. Maybe we'll see how this year goes, but they are tied to Jones and not being able to really replace him for at least 2 years.
But this GM seems to be Teflon, so he survived like Philip Rivers and Matt Ryan, and Wentz was there, wasn't he, for the spell?
Yeah, I mean, this guy was saying he didn't mind if he didn't sign a new long-term deal. Like, he must really feel empowered that his position is like not under threat at all.
Say he's lucky to be in Indianapolis and not New York.
Yeah, he wouldn't have survived New York.
New York sports media would be all over him.
Yeah.